Hey there, smart garden family. Welcome back to the channel where we prove that, limited space doesn't mean limited harvests. If you've been dreaming of biting into a crisp homegrown pepper but think your apartment balcony or windowsill isn't up to the task, I'm here to tell you something exciting. You absolutely can grow gorgeous, productive pepper plants in containers, and by the time you finish reading this guide, you'll have all the knowledge you need to transform your compact living space into a pepper paradise. Let's get growing. Choosing your pepper playground. The foundation of container pepper success starts with selecting the right variety and giving it a proper home. Not all peppers are created equal when it comes to apartment living. You'll want to focus on compact, bushy varieties that have been specifically bred for container cultivation. Sweet options like mini bell peppers, sweet banana pimiento and gypsy are perfect for beginners and offer incredible flavor without taking over your entire living room. If you're craving heat, jalapenos, cayenne peppers, Thai hot varieties, and even the fiery habanero can thrive in pots when given proper care. These smaller varieties produce abundantly while staying manageable in size, making them ideal companions for apartment dwellers. Once you've chosen your pepper personality, it's time to select their container home. This is where, honestly, a lot of new growers make their first mistake by choosing pots that are just too small. Your pepper plants really need room to stretch their roots and establish a strong foundation. Aim for containers that are at least 12 inches wide and 12 inches deep, which typically translates to a 3 to 5 gallon capacity. And drainage holes are absolutely non-negotiable because, well, peppers really despise sitting in waterlogged soil. Here's a pro tip that many gardeners overlook. Dark-colored containers actually warm the soil faster than light ones, which can give your peppers a nice growth boost during the cooler months. Whether you choose traditional ceramic pots, plastic containers, or fabric grow bags, just make sure they're sturdy enough to support your plants as they mature and start producing those heavy fruits. Sun, soil, and supergrowth secrets. Peppers are sunshine worshippers, plain and simple. In their natural habitat, they bask under intense sunlight, and your container plants will demand the same treatment. Position your containers where they'll receive at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily. A south-facing window, balcony, or patio typically provides the best light exposure. If your apartment lacks adequate natural light or you're growing during winter months, don't let that stop you. Quality LED grow lights can absolutely substitute for the sun, and you'll want to provide 12 to 16 hours of artificial light daily to keep your peppers happy and productive. The soil you choose makes or breaks your pepper growing success. Regular garden soil is the enemy of container gardening because it compacts easily, suffocating roots and creating drainage problems. Instead, invest in a high-quality, lightweight potting mix specifically formulated for containers. The best mixes contain ingredients like peat moss or cocoa coir for moisture retention, along with perlite or vermiculite for aeration. Before planting, consider enriching your potting mix with compost to provide slow-release nutrients and improve soil structure. Watering container peppers requires a different approach than in-ground gardening. Containers dry out significantly faster, especially during hot weather or when plants are actively fruiting. The golden rule is to check the top inch of soil with your finger. When it feels dry, it's time to water deeply until you see water draining from the bottom holes. This encourages roots to grow downward rather than staying shallow. During peak summer heat, you might find yourself watering daily, while cooler seasons require less frequent irrigation. Consistency is key because, well, erratic watering can lead to problems like blossom end rot, where the bottom of developing peppers turns black and mushy. Feeding your flavor factories. Peppers are hungry plants, constantly converting nutrients into lush foliage and abundant fruit. At planting time, mix a slow-release granular fertilizer or rich compost into your potting mix to provide a baseline of nutrition. As your plants establish and begin their growth journey, supplement with liquid fertilizer every 2 to 3 weeks. During the vegetative growth phase, use a balanced formula with equal nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium ratios. When flowers start appearing, switch to a phosphorus-rich fertilizer with a ratio like 5-10-5. That extra phosphorus encourages flower formation and fruit development, directly translating to bigger harvests. Don't forget about calcium either. Adding a calcium supplement prevents blossom end rot and ensures your peppers develop perfectly from tip to stem. As your pepper plants grow taller and heavier with fruit, they'll need physical support to prevent stems from snapping under the weight. Small stakes or compact tomato cages work beautifully in containers, providing the structural assistance your plants need without overwhelming your space. Pruning is another game-changing technique that apartment growers should embrace. After your plant develops 6 to 8 sets of true leaves, pinch out the main growing tip. This encourages the plant to branch out horizontally rather than just shooting upward, creating a bushier shape with more flowering sites. More flowers mean more peppers, and that's exactly what we're after. Harvesting happiness and beyond. Knowing when to harvest your peppers is part science, part intuition. So, most peppers can actually be picked when they're still green and immature, but if you leave them on the plant a bit longer, they'll develop their full color and, honestly, their peak flavor. Green bell peppers that stay on the plant will eventually turn red, yellow, or orange, depending on the variety, and they'll get sweeter as they ripen. And, hot peppers actually get even spicier as they mature and change color. So, when it's time to harvest your peppers, always use clean scissors or pruning shears to cut them from the plant. Pulling the peppers off by hand can actually damage the stems and, honestly, that can reduce future production. Just a quick snip is all it takes. One of the coolest things about growing peppers in containers is that, with a little bit of care, a single plant can keep producing for months. And here's a neat trick. Regular harvesting actually encourages your plant to make even more fruit, since it signals the plant to keep on flowering. Once you get the hang of the basics, try experimenting with different pepper varieties each season, or maybe even grow a few plants at once to create your own apartment pepper garden. Honestly, the possibilities are truly endless once you realize that limited space is just another chance to get creative with your growing. But hey, before you head out to start your pepper journey, do me a favor. If you found this guide helpful, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest growing tips. And don't forget to share this video with a friend who's always saying they wish they could grow their own food. Together, we're building a community of smart gardeners who refuse to let apartment living stop them from growing amazing produce. Now get out there and start your pepper adventure.